Hey, what's up guys? We're back in another Destiny video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 things that should come in the Rise of Iron DLC. Now this isn't going to be like just kind of content things. These are things that they could do to Destiny that kind of make Destiny as a whole a better game. So yeah, let's get right into the first one. Alright, so first thing that we're going to be looking at is kind of a thing that could just throw Destiny into like this huge market that a lot of other games have, which is pretty much MLG, and that's kind of one of the bigger ones. But what we really want is private matches in the Crucible. Now, like I said, that would just throw this game into like MLG, where people could actually have tournaments, things like that. And what I'm thinking is to kind of keep it with the Destiny universe. We could have something that says, like right here, like in this menu, something that says something like map review or something like that, map scouting, something like that, to kind of keep it in the Destiny universe and not have something that says private matches, because that wouldn't be kind of keep it in the universe, and like nothing says here like PvP. It says the Crucible, like that's like actual lore and things like that. There's backstory, things like that. So yeah, we could do something that keeps it into the game, but yet we can actually still make private matches and things like that. And right now there is a way to do private matches in which you go to original free-for-all, something like that, and you actually have to have 6 people, but it isn't as fun if you actually have a private match like option. Alright, so number 2, or I guess number 4, because we're counting down, is going to be a dedicated LFG spot or something like that. Now, a lot of people have been asking why Bungie hasn't put in like a matchmaking for raids and nightfalls. Well, I think it's just because they want to have a fire team that you have friends, you're kind of communicating. And if you're just kind of looking for people at random, you're not going to be communicating. It's going to be less fun. It's going to be less kind of like you're going to be less drawn into the actual game. But if you have other people, you're going to be talking about the game. You're trying to be tactical, things like that. But yeah, this space I think could be used more than just Iron Banner, and I think a while way back it was used for Queen's Wrath. But I think this area could be opened up to be used as LFG. Now this could be kind of a hub for people like kind of talking in chat, saying, yeah, we need like 5 more people for the raid. We need 6 more people for the raid or something like that. And yeah, like, or for Nightfall, things like that. This could be like a much better used space than rather than just Iron Banner. And that wouldn't we wouldn't be adding anything to the game. We would just be using a thing that's already in. At number 3, we have something that's just freaking pissing me off. Just this week, last week, and just all the time is the Vanguard Nightfall Rewards. Like, seriously. I'm 335 on all characters, and I shouldn't be getting a 330 rocket launcher that I have no use for. Like, and like 9 out of 10 times, the entire person on my fire team will just get terrible rewards. I've rarely ever seen someone get an exotic. But in year 1, the Nightfall Rewards were just so good. Like, people were getting Galahorns, things like that, and last words. And like, I don't know what happened. I think the answer is just because now that the Nightfalls were made a little easier from year 1, I think they kind of lower the worst, but it can't be that much, because this week's Nightfall wasn't that easy. It had a lot of hard modifiers. You had grounded, match game that is just really hard to deal with, and then catapult, and that is, or trickle, and it's really annoying that you work really hard. You spend like half an hour on a freaking thing, an hour, and just to get freaking crap rewards. Alright, so number 2 is something that I know I want. Like, I've been wanting this ever since Taken King came out, and I know everyone that was a year 1 player wants this right now, is updated raids. Now, this is a little bit difficult, as there are rewards that kind of game breaking, such pretty much primarily the Black Camera. I think that is kind of the biggest problem, that why things aren't, or the raids aren't being updated. Now, I do have an idea for this, but that's going to get that later. But just the reason I want these is just just so many memories that came with this. Like, it's so much kind of nostalgia, and these raids were really fun. Vault of Glass was so much fun, and the struggle for Vex Mythic class was just amazing and just so much fun to get. And when you got that, it was just awesome. And then I know Necrochasm sucked back then, but when you got that I think that thing that you have to get from Crota, it was just amazing. Like, the reactions were insane. But yeah, so one thing they should fix it. So I think everything is fine from Vault of Glass. I think all the weapons were pretty balanced, like nothing insanely game breaking. Because I know the Fatebringer was an insanely good gun, but it wasn't game breaking. It was really, really good, but like it just didn't destroy the game like Galahorn did. And same with Vision of Confidence was another one really, really good. And Vex Mythic Glass could easily be nerfed, like for PvP. It could easily be balanced. However, Black Hammer's perk is, I think, the thing that's kind of stopping them from doing this. Black Hammer's perk is the same exact thing for Black Spindle, and back then, it wouldn't just get the ammo from the reserves. No, it would get it from nowhere. Like it would just give it to you from out of existence. Like it wouldn't grab it from the reserves. You could have infinite ammo, and just it would have the exact same impact as Black Spindle right now. So that's highest impact on a sniper. So that would just devastate bosses. Now, what I think you could do is just get rid of the Black Spindle, and say that Crota rate is updated. Keep all the other guns. Maybe take out Oversoul Lady, because that's already kind of in the game with the other. I forgot what it's called. But you could actually do the black. You could actually take out Black Hammer and replace it with Black Spindle. Like make it so that there's a lower chance to get Black Hammer from year one. However, if you actually get it, you're gonna get Black Spindle, which is an exotic, which could kind of balance it out a bit. So we could have two ways to get Black Spindle: one from Crota and one from the daily thing. But now people wouldn't be kind of motivated to do the daily Nightfall. So why not make it so that if you do the daily, it'll get you a 320 one. But if you do it from Crota, it'll get you a 300 one. So people would be they would want to do it from like the daily. So it's kind of to get more of a chance of getting higher rewards. So yeah, I think that would kind of make it a bit better, make it balanced, and Black Hammer just kind of make Black Spindle obsolete since it is a legendary. So yeah, that's number 2, and I think the number 1, my friend kind of told me about this, and I thought it was a really good idea. It was this guy that's been commenting on my YouTube videos. His name is Regal Zagan. He's a really cool guy. He kind of told me this idea, and I thought it was really nice. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so number 1, it is literally impossible to get gameplay for this, so this is kind of the closest thing I could get to a huge community. But imagine if PS4 servers and Xbox One servers were all used on one. So I know Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls did this, and just the community of that is just ginormous. So yeah, so like I said, my friend told me this. I thought it was an insanely good idea. So right now I did some research which told me that 16 million players play, or 16 registered players play on Destiny. So that is quite a lot of people, and I assume that there are more people on PlayStation. But so we're gonna kind of split that. We're not gonna split that 8 and 8. We're gonna split that 9 and 7. 9 million on PlayStation and 7 million on Xbox. So imagine if all of that was just to come together, and that would just make Destiny's community just ginormous. It would be a lot bigger than some other communities that are right now, and that would kind of ruin some console wars. That it might be hard for Sony and kind of Microsoft to kind of agree on that, but another thing is that wouldn't change the PlayStation exclusive, because instead of having everyone having all those, because they would be on the servers, well, no, we could have that only Xbox accounts wouldn't be able to get those, and PlayStation accounts would be able to get those. So Xbox, I wouldn't be able to get things like Zen Meteor and things like that, and it wouldn't appear in in the vendor thing where you can buy all the exotics. It wouldn't appear that I would have no access to it. However, I would be able to see other players using it, which could entice me to buy a PlayStation. That would even help Bungie, and that would kind of make Sony even happier that they're getting more exposure. But that's another reason that Xbox, I don't think, would be able to agree with that they would kind of lose some people. But I don't think they would be that much. I think it would be I don't know, a couple thousand people that would do that, and that's barely anything compared to 8 million. So yeah, these are my top 5 things that could come to Destiny with Rise of Iron. That's really nice. So I hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button, and see you next time. Oh, and please give me your opinions for these things in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.